G'day, Simon and James. Welcome back to Southeast Cars and Coffee. It's been a few weeks. I've been away. Last week we had technical issues, but we are back and we've got an exciting week with lots going on. What have you seen, James?
It is a very good day today. First of all, Mazda brought out their Daytona prototype race car, which is absolutely insane, along with their brand new CX-5. We're going to check that out in a second. There's SVJs, there's GT3 RSs, there's just about every kind of Porsche. You can see it's a very Porsche-heavy day. So much cool stuff here. What have you seen?
An orange McLaren, which is new.
McLaren GT, which we would have shown you last week had the video not been in slow-mo, so we apologize for that, but we'll check that out today
I just need to correct him. It's actually a GTS.
GTS, I apologize. It's all the same.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It's like saying a 750 is the same as a 720. Well, the GTS is mine, which I picked up this week. Be excited to show you that. Hey, don't forget, if you're coming to Southeast Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on and off those freeways. Ton to see. Let's go for a walk. Check it out.
Let's do it.
All right, we mentioned this in the intro. Something I'm super excited about. This is my new McLaren GTS. I've had people go, what's the GTS? We know about the 720 and the 750 and the Senna and everything else. Well, the GTS is McLaren's Grand Tourer. This is built on the platform of a 720S and has the same engine, but it's detuned to 626 horsepower. But some of the things that really differentiate this from a lot of the other cars, when we look in the back in a second, you'll see that you actually cannot see the engine in the back of this like you can with typical McLarens. If we come through to the back, there's actually storage in the back there. They say enough to store a set of golf clubs back there, but look at this beautiful forged carbon back in here. But it's just a car that's more designed to be able to get into and drive, long distances. And that's my plan. I want to get in this thing and, drive up to places like Monterey. The inside is typically McLaren. There's this carbon tub, of course, that McLaren center console, but it's just a really airy cabin to be inside of, and it's still got that same dynamic and performance that you get in something like a 720S. It also has something, comfort mode down here, not only for the actual performance, but also for the suspension as well. So once again, if you want to do a long trip, you can, but if you want to track it, there's actually track mode as well. So a big thank you to the guys from European Exotic Centre we can see over here. These are the guys that have the showroom at the end of the outlets, and when this car came in, Jackson sent it to me knowing that my perfect car in fact was an orange McLaren GTS, and here we are a couple of weeks later. So wonderful car. It's actually, the colour is actually called Ventura Orange, and what's amazing about it is this flake that's inside of it. So super excited. Thanks again to the guys from European Exotic Centre. And also my mate Tony, who actually said to them, hey, you've got Simon's favourite car here, you better send a picture of it to him.
I think this is arguably the best spec McLaren 750S that we've ever had at the show. It's been here a number of times, and every time I walk past I have to come check it out. So beautiful metallic red on this car, carbon ceramic brakes. The best part about this car though are the P1 seats, undoubtedly. These are the touring buckets, so they're a little bit wider than the standard race buckets, but you have a mix of nice Alcantara red leather. Just such a beautiful spec. This one, of course, being a coupe, which is the way to do this car. Carbon everywhere. Just such a beautiful car. Here we have a beautifully spec'd Aventador SVJ. These cars are shooting back up in value. They were around $1 million for a while, went back down, and now they're slowly creeping their way back up. And I think this is probably arguably the best looking car that Lamborghini's ever made. Love the beautiful metallic silver on this car. I don't think I've ever seen this color in person. Beautiful carbon ceramics, center locks on the wheels, and buckets. That is the way to do the SVJ. You see so many of these with comfort seats. Love the buckets. 6.5 liter V12, 770 horsepower, single clutch trans. Just such an emotional driving experience for this car. Center exit exhaust on the back as well. Such a cool spec on this thing. Absolutely love it. Here we have a beautiful Ford GT at the show, 0506. Love this car, all modded out, built by the guys over at Bowden Auto House. Has a killer exhaust setup on it. Really nice set of HREs. I think these are either the classic 300s or maybe the 501s, but just beautiful setup. So clean. V8, supercharged, 6-speed manual. Really doesn't get much better than that.
Big thank you to Mazda for bringing this along this morning. This is their RT24-P Daytona prototype car, and it actually has a ton of race pedigree. It actually won the Rolex 24 in 2017, Daytona Petite Le Mans, and also season 2020 Mobil 1 12 Hours of Sebring. The sister car, actually, that race finished third. This thing features a 2-litre 4-cylinder that's over 600 horsepower, and it weighs just 2,000 pounds, which means it's about 300 pounds less than a Miata. So you think about that, 600 horsepower in this sort of body style, weighing 300 pounds less than a Miata. This is a very, very, very serious little race car. Really interesting too. We've had the previous cars here, and of course they've been rotaries. So to move away, as the company moves away from rotaries into 4-cylinders, and to get that sort of performance is pretty cool. You would want to not be claustrophobic to be sitting inside that cockpit, wouldn't you? All the controls on the steering wheel and everything on the other side. This is a serious, serious race car. Love all the signatures on the side. It is very, very, very cool. Every angle. It's so great that companies are still investing in this sort of car, this sort of race car. When you look at many manufacturers that have slipped into this mediocre world of just doing EVs and SUVs, to think that Mazda still builds a car like the Miata, still builds a car like this race car, it is just so good to see. We've also got the brand new Mazda CX-5 here as well. These guys build the best looking cars. Their lines are pretty and just flow really, really well. This new CX-5 replacing the one over there, which is the 2025. This is the 2026. You'll know straight away. Sort of a simplified interior, large touchscreen in the middle, simplified digital dash, moving more towards that more modern concept of a lot of cars. Very nice back design as well. If we look at the older one over here, the tail lights have been extended across the back. Just beautiful color on this one as well, this red color. We just come through and have a look in the interior in this very nice looking leather, perforated leather seats. Just very, very nice. Great to have it here at the show. First showing of this new Mazda 2026 CX-5. Also great to have the Miata Club join them today. Have a look at all the Miatas through here. Every generation you can think of.
How could I know it would be goodbye, my love? When did the close of forever come, my love? All I recall was a stare that was vacant and cold. Where did the spark go, the warmth that once stole my soul?
I remember the first time I saw this car, James and I had gone to Cars and Coffee in Irvine, and I saw it there and I'm going, is this thing legit? Is it a replica? Well, basically it is a replica of a Chevy Nomad, which was built in 1956 basically for a auto show. So this thing was put together with the back end, grafted the back end of a Nova onto the front end of a Corvette. And it's really interesting to look at because from the front you can see it is obviously definitely Corvette, and then the roof line is all chopped, as you can see, compared to a normal Nova. And as we come down to the back, you got that Nova back end, but it still looks like that C1 Corvette at the back. So it's a really interesting car. This has been around for ages. I love the fact that the owner drives it. He's sitting in it now, so he obviously loves bringing it out to these different shows. But it's just wonderful seeing these cars that people have recreated to bring back an era that is lost if somebody doesn't want to take the time to do this sort of thing. I know we've spoken about this Chrysler Imperial before, but I gotta talk about it again. So many design cues about it. Look at the headlights are in a bucket like you would have seen on a 1920s or 30s car, but they're set back in those sort of reverse sort of fins at the front there. Great big engine in there. 1963 it's saying on the brochure in there. That push button transmission that Mopars were known for in this era. And isn't it funny, at the time they moved away from it, went back to a lever, and now all the cars, including my McLaren, are going back to a push button transmission. So what was old is now new again. It's the lines, the curves, the tail lights on this remind me very much of an Australian Chrysler with a similar era called an AP5, but Great big car, obviously designed to compete against the likes of your Cadillacs and your those sort of things, but wonderful. So much bright work, beautiful car. Pretty roll 32s through here. Look at this one, very smooth lines. Look at the way the windshield's been integrated into the front of it. Just very, very nice. More to a contemporary style Deuce Coupe, this one here, chopped roof obviously. This guy here, obviously a 3-window. Notice it doesn't have the back window on the corner. Coming up to this one, running the Ultimate, which is a flathead V8 in there. Look at that with a beautiful Edelbrock head in there. And then of course, this is a 5-window because you can see it's got that extra window on the back corner. And a serious chop on this thing. That is not the height the windshield used to be back in the day. Love those cars. And just to throw in the mix this classic old Chevy in here as well. This looks like a 1990s build, given the sort of graphics on the side and the wheels, those billet style wheels. Are they, yeah, they're a Budnick wheel. Very cool, great era of cars. Good looking Shelby Super Snake here. Love this sort of fin on the front of it. Reminds me a little bit of the GTD. Of course, the GTD, the rear aero would be mounted off the C-pillar, but it's a really good looking car. Lots of carbon fibre, nice looking wheels, Brembos of course. Really great looking hood with those carbon fibre inserts for the vents. It's great to see manufacturers still building cars like this. This is a pretty cool little Civic. Check this thing out. Great colour first of all, really love that blue, really nice wheels, Willwood brakes, but look at the detail under the hood. This thing's pretty amazing. Look at all the engraving on the valve cover and on the intake on the front, and even on the Garrett turbocharger that's up there. And then that beautiful ceramic coating to sort of contrast the colour at the back. All this amazing detail and engraving. You don't typically see a lot of this on cars through here as well. It's just all the way through, all the way down, very, very nicely built up. Serious wheels on the front of it too. Coming inside, same beautiful shifter. Look at the knurled gear knob on the top, and that beautiful shifter gate down there just looks so impressive. Roll cage through there, coming through to the back. We've got bracing in the back there, carbon fibre. What a nice little build, very cool. The XJS Jaguar, they're still a classic looking car. In fact, there's somebody in the UK who's actually resto modding these days. They came out with a 6-cylinder, or they came out most famously with a V12 engine, and the joke was, if you ever rebuilt the V12 in a Jag and you wanted to see if you'd forgotten anything, you tip a bucket of water over the engine bay, and if any came through the bottom, you knew you'd left something out. So, how do you make an XJS 12 reliable? You actually put an LS motor in it. Have a look at that sitting underneath the hood. It looks to me like an LS3, a bit hard to tell, could be an LS2, but it fits in there beautifully. It's got more room than the Jaguar engine. It's probably smoother, it's probably more reliable. Would certainly have more horsepower, certainly actually get better gas mileage as well. So that's kind of cool to see. In fact, it's not the first time I've seen this sort of transplant. Back in the 80s, even in Australia, people would buy XJ Jaguars and they'd put 350 Chevs into them. In fact, I bought a sort of set of headers off a guy to put in a car that he was putting a 350 into a Jag just to make it reliable. So there we go. Great, still a great looking car. Love the wire wheels. I'm going on. This is the brand new WRX. I wouldn't have known, honestly, unless I saw the badge. WRXs used to be such a defined look. They looked like they meant business. I mean, you can still see it's got beautiful cross-drilled rotors, Brembo brakes. I love the color scheme on it as well. Rear aero, but what do you think? Do you think this looks as aggressive and as race car as the old WRXs, or do you think it's lost its mark? Comment down below.
That is it for another South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys so much for coming out and checking out the event. Massive thank you as well for Mazda for bringing out the Daytona prototype race car as well as the brand new CX-5. I want to say a massive thank you to all the sponsors. We have the Bracket Tier Marketing, McGuire's, Mazda, Next Level Auto Protection, iAccident Lawyers, European Exotic Center, Hillbait Motor Corporation, and of course MagnaFlow and Camberg as well. I want to say a massive thank you as well to all the volunteers for helping us out each and every week. We could not put on the show without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. So we handle all the volunteer rostering, and while you're over there, check out some of our hats, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, lanyards, everything you guys could possibly want from South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. If you are volunteering, you get to bring your car in before 8:30, and then Ruby Santa provides a free coffee and donut for everyone helping us out.
Yeah, massive thank you to Ruby's for doing that, and also to the Outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here as well. Remember, if you need to do any shopping, go to the movies, grab a coffee, whatever, come to the Outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.
Thank you guys.